Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Action Bros Media. I really need to clean up my background. I apologize about that. So today we're talking about a movie I went and saw about 2 days ago, and it is The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Now, it's been a while since I've seen a good movie, or show for that matter. There's The Gentleman and then there's Shogun. Those two I will do reviews on as well. But it's been a while since I've been to the theater and really enjoyed just watching a fun movie. Godzilla Minus One was good, but it was a bit more on that serious side. I wanted something with a bit more. I wanted something, some action, just a fun, lighthearted movie time. And this definitely pays that off for me. So The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is a Guy Ritchie movie, and essentially what the story is about is it is set during World War II with the creation of the SAS, or the British Special Operations. You see, Hitler and the Nazis had this warboat that would take supplies to the U-boats. They had this warship that would take supplies to the U-boats. Very important vessel, obviously. Now, these U-boats were preventing the Americans from joining in the fray, and so Winston Churchill and a few others cooked up this idea of destroying the main vessel that was carrying the supplies, thus allowing America to intervene once the U-boats were dispersed. Now, obviously, you're going to need a bunch of crazy guys, which is why Gus March Phillips, who was a mad lad,
I'm not very popular with the administration,
and ended up being the inspiration from Ian Fleming to be James Bond, allegedly. Now, as far as a movie goes, it was a blast. I had a lot of fun. It was a very strong introduction, kind of started to plateau. Second act, it was still going pretty strong, but it was starting to plateau out, and the third act kind of just plateaus. It's like, oh man, this is so good, and then it kind of turns into a mid-movie, where there's not a lot of conflict, there's not a lot of crazy stuff that goes down. I even hear that in the book, that was about the same events. There was actually a lot more crazy things that happened than were described in the movie. But, very fun movie. Very fun dialogue. Alan Ritchson and Henry Cavill are definitely the forefront of this movie. They're the stars of the show.
it's very good.
I love the way Henry Cavill carries his character. I love the way he acts and his mannerisms.
Port this mission now.
Hello, can't hear you. Please do. Off.
I think Alan Ritchson was definitely the GOAT of this movie. He was hilarious. And he had a lot more physical scenes. A lot of the what really slowed down the movie it was mostly them shooting Nazis, which I mean is all great. Who doesn't love seeing Nazis get shot, right? In a World War II movie. Alan Ritchson's character, what the fuck is his name in the movie? Anders Lassen. He's known as the guy who can kill a man in 1,000 different ways, right? So he's doing a lot more physical scenes. He's using axes. He's using a bow and arrow. He's using just the arrows, right? He's doing all these crazy close quarters combat scenes, whereas Henry Cavill and a lot of the other guys are using guns. Now, it's not to say Henry Cavill can't do close quarter scenes. I mean, look at him in Mission Impossible Fallout. He did a great job, right? My top scenes, obviously, one is the introduction of Gus March Phillips. That was great. Him stealing the cigars and the lighter and, slowly taking things and seeing what he can get away with. His fascination with coats, I thought was hilarious. He's like, that's a really nice coat. And he'd walk out with this big German coat and this German hat. It was all very funny. Alan Ritchson's, the whole Swedish thing, with the cold open of the movie was hysterical. I had a lot of fun with that. Gus and Anders do this Swedish impression trying to make themselves off to be drunk fishermen. That was very funny. Introduction was real solid starting out. But overall it was just a very fun average movie, right? There was a few plot contrivances, not great obviously in a few circumstances. There was one with the briefcase. The way they acquired the briefcase seemed very heavy-handed, very very easy. Felt very heavy-handed, that kind of felt set up, right? But overall, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. Solid 5 out of 10. And that's the thing. There's so much trash in media right now that going and seeing a 5 out of 10, I had a blast. It was a breath of fresh air. It was nice to go and see a very fun, quippy, simple movie, right? It could have been better, most certainly. But I had an enjoyable time. So if you get the chance to see it, a matinee, or if it's on streaming or something, I'd go watch it. Just, if you want something to put on, have a few laughs, watch these Nazis get taken out. Hey, man, that's great. You want to go watch a good World War II flick. It's not even really a hyper World War II movie. It's a fun little movie. So nothing special, nothing crazy for this review, Hey, it's not going to be a very long review. I'm only capping over 10 minutes and I haven't even cut out a lot of the audio yet. But hey, there's some good in that. I'm not bitching and complaining about all kinds of problems or, all this crap that they're trying to push in through or some sort of bullshit message. It's nice to go and see just a good, fun, silly movie. Got a chance, I'd say, hey, go check it out. It was fun. But with that, that's all I've got for this. I'll probably do a longer form review for Shogun and The Gentleman, or at least break them down. Maybe not episode by episode, but they'll probably be longer form than this. This was just, hey, I saw that the movie was released. I was excited to go watch it, and I went and saw it with my wife. It was fun. If you got a couple buddies, worth checking out. But those will be coming down the pipe soon, along with my Boromir video that I've been kicking myself that I need to do. It's just going to take forever, and so I've been procrastinating. But with that, thank y'all guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye!